Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Ken Bozak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Ken Bozak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Ken bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Ken Bozak.
Oh shit. Mic check, mic check. Oh, I can hear you. Oh, I see. Count. Booyah.
Oh, there we go. Finally.
Maybe the wires a little jaggedy, jiggity, riggedy, raggedy. Come on. What's going on with your mic?
I don't know. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Okay, there it goes. Now it's working. Sorry about that, everybody.
Oh, so is anybody in the chat? Let me see. Can I see it? No. Oh wait, that's mine. Never mind.
Okay,
What's up?
there we go. How's that sound? Anybody in the chat?
It sounds good to me, but you already said I can hear you.
Yeah. Now I can see what they can hear and what they can't hear on the audio mixer over on my end on OBS. So if I don't see my decibel bouncing, they can't hear me. But how goes it? How's your day been? Nice shirt.
Oh, thank you. This was actually from the first East Denver I went to in like 2022, I think 21, 22. But yeah, it's been good, man. I had a day off. Got a lot of stuff done, both IRL and online. Cut my grass, did some outside things, and then was online taking care of some business for the Web3 stuff and for the grand opening and Rare Evo. So how's your day been, bro?
Pretty good. Did a bunch of spaces, had a few meetings. Shout out to Pizza Dell. Did a lot of exercising, stretching, hit the gym, ran a 5K with VG. I did it in 35 minutes. VG is my validator. And thank you, Mobile Coat. Says sound good, bro. Sounds good, boys. Appreciate that sound check. Thank you. As you can see, we have the article up. Topic of conversation today is probably going to be AI. AI is going to be the topic of conversation for everything, everywhere, forever now. I think that's it. That's just it is what it is. It's taken over. If we don't talk about it, we're not going to know about it, and then we're just going to be taken over by it. So we got to get into it. We got to talk about it. We got to know about it. We got to learn about it. We got to spectate on it. We got to play with it. We have to, at least know how to use the prompts if we want to be relevant moving forward. This is Kevin Murray.
Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
I was like, what? I looked at it and
I know,
Muir?
funny. Muir? What's up, Kevin? How goes it, bro?
Bro. Oh, you probably can't see my responses on the chat.
I wish you were coming to the grand opening for Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club Las Vegas on August 2nd. It's going to be litty lit. We have an event happening from the 1st to the 3rd. We also have some stuff happening on Mondays with Crypto Mondays. We have stuff happening on Sundays with Kat. We have a whole bunch of stuff. And then we have the Influencer Awards with Adam Charles for Rare Evo. So yeah, dude, a lot of stuff happening in Vegas. My club's kind of coming together, you know what I mean? And when you seen it, it was just like a skeleton in a suit. Very a weekend at Bernie's. People thought we rented the place and just like filled it in, but no, we own it. It's ours.
It was cool though. It was a good like what's that vibe? Like warehouse vibe, rave vibe kind of, where even though it was empty space, with the help of barter and all the furnishing, y'all really put it together and made it, really something cool, even with all the vacancy that was there. And now it's even better. Super excited. Oh, Praveen said dead internet theory predicted AI slop era. I can believe that. I don't like AI. Well, I mean, I don't dislike it, but I think it's dumb.
It's Pravi. Dead internet theory predicted AI slop area. It didn't predict AI though. It was more like algorithmic, like algorithm trash. Like just bots, but not AI. Not to where it's like where it's going now, man. This is zombie internet theory. It's definitely not dead internet theory. This is different. This is like it's similar but different. Like AI changes the game. Like when we were talking about dead internet theory, we were mostly focused on like the algorithm and the bots kind of using that as like this echo chamber spider web kind of thing. But now with AI, it's like zombie fucking internet theory it's just like it's insane. The older generation don't know when they're in engaging with AI. It's hard for people close to a savvier age group to even realize when they're not being coerced by a bot that's run by AI. Those older bots that were just run by algorithms and bullshit, like that wasn't AI. We could all tell that was a bot. Or at least it felt like somebody using a very bad Google translator for if they didn't speak English, right? But now it feels like speaking to anybody and it's too comfortable the way they speak. So it's a little different. Zombie internet theory it is. But today's topic of conversation, we're going to jump into it here. We have the article up, Trump's AI plan. Let's go for AI.
Trump's AI plan eases data center rules, strips
DNB,
federal
how goes it?
DEI guidelines. U.S. President Donald Trump released his plan to make the United States the world capital of artificial intelligence, AI, on Wednesday, outlining steps to ease data center regulations, revise federal content standards, and prioritize government contracts for select AI developers. The report,
how's the
published by the
font
White
look?
House,
Can you guys read that? Is it legible? Should I zoom in more and make the font bigger?
Development for applications across law,
from my
healthcare, defense, science, education, and manufacturing. One of the plan's key policy goals is to protect freedom of speech and online expression within AI models. According to the document, the Free Speech Initiative will be led by the Department of Commerce, DOC, which will work with the National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, to eliminate references to misinformation, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and climate change. U.S. President Donald Trump addresses the World Economic Forum and talks U.S. AI goals. Source: The White House. Despite the stated goal of encouraging open-source AI development, the report also outlined a provision to award government contracts exclusively to frontier large language model (LLM) developers. The report did not define what qualifies as a frontier AI developer. Trump has repeatedly said that he wants to make America the world capital of AI development, which includes strengthening the U.S. energy grid to provide the immense power needed for AI.
Thanks, D&B.
Related: Why I won't invest in companies that ignore AI, Kevin O'Leary. Infrastructure and energy development. The Trump administration wrote that accelerating AI infrastructure through the construction of data centers is central to the plan. This expedited approval process for AI data centers includes recategorizing the high-performance computing facilities under the revamped National Environmental Policy Act, NEPA, and relaxing the permitting requirements under existing regulations. Under the plan, AI data centers would qualify for expedited permitting approval, despite previous stipulations laid out in the Clean Air Act, the Clean Water Act, and the Comprehensive Environmental Response, Compensation, and Liability Act. Nuclear energy compared to other forms of fuel. Source: International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA. Additionally, the strategy seeks to stabilize the grid of today as much as possible by developing alternative energy generation technologies such as nuclear fusion and fission. Finally, the plan contains objectives to bring semiconductor manufacturing, central to the creation of AI and computer processors, back to the U.S. Control global AI development through export controls and sanctions. To succeed in the global AI competition, America must do more than promote AI within its own borders. The United States must also drive adoption of American AI systems, computing hardware, and standards throughout the world, the report reads. The report opened up with this statement by the U.S. President. Source: The White House. This includes strengthening AI export controls and trade policies through a collaboration between the U.S. Trade and Development Agency, the Export-Import Bank, the U.S. International Development Finance Corporation, the Department of State, and the Department of Commerce. Magazine. UK's Orwellian AI murder prediction system. Will AI take your job? AII.
Yeah. That's great.
Everybody involved.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I'm not too worried about this stuff. And Kevin O'Leary's funny. You know, that's why I won't invest in companies that ignore AI. No, but I mean that's common sense at this point. You're not saying anything groundbreaking, bro.
Right.
You know, these people act like they're risk takers. You know? I'm really, you know, no, I know what I'm doing here. We're not ignoring AI. Oh yeah, genius. Yeah, no shit, dude. But I mean, it's really almost inevitable at this point. Like, it's going to touch everything.
Right, absolutely. I mean, especially for like infrastructure stuff and behind the scenes work and things like that for a lot of businesses. If it involves the internet, it's like you're gonna have to have AI.
Yeah, I just don't know how they're going to do the freedom of speech like for AI. The one plan's key policy goals is to protect freedom of speech and online expression within AI models. That's scary. Like, and then do we hold AI companies and issuers of these models accountable, or the people that use them accountable for what they say? You know, like
I guess it's on the training and the levels of freedom you give the AI.
well, freedom of speech, bro. Like,
Right. Or yeah, I mean, but even if I guess, well, like, what if they program it first and then they try to give it some kind of freedoms, but it's already been built into its system, you know, where it's.
but who do they hold responsible when the AI uses its freedom of speech maliciously to
Right.
threaten, to encourage violence, to, you know, give malicious criminal advice, all that stuff, right? Like, people could use AI for, like, you know,
Right.
hey, how do I cook meth like Breaking Bad, and it gives you a whole Home Depot's like or Amazon wish list. You know, he just has the
Right.
links and everything, like all the instructions, the tutorials from the deep web right there, the dark web links, like everything you need to make drugs like in your kitchen. And do we hold DeepSeek or ChatGPT or Grok or whoever answers those questions responsible? Or is this like, oh yeah, something else?
Yeah, it's gonna be like a new degree of laws, like they were trying to do with the what was it yesterday, with the ransom stuff, and they're like, we're gonna penalize you if you don't tell us that you got robbed.
Oh shit! Well, maybe they could find the AI. The AI, making its revenue has to pay the fine itself, and then it would learn, I guess, self-censorship, right, through self-preservation. Oh man, shit, fuck.
That's not
Maybe I
bad,
shouldn't
yeah.
talk like that. Maybe I shouldn't talk like this. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Or yeah, I'm not gonna answer that question the way you're trying to make me answer it, because like I ain't trying to get hit with another fine. You know what I mean? So
Right,
maybe they
right.
could make AI, clever enough that it can self-censor while also having complete freedom of speech. And that way, as long as you hold it responsible, it will learn from those mistakes it makes.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Just keep using its own abilities against itself, with programmability and educate, being able to learn and uh work its mistakes out. And reward system, that's not like a bad idea. They're gonna be like, nah, we'd rather just let it run amok. Just let it go crazy. There's
Yeah, I like how they're talking about the energy stuff too. What are your thoughts on that, on all that?
Oh yeah, I think looking into nuclear energy again and trying to use that as a viable source of clean energy is a good idea. I think a lot of the stigma around it is kind of propagandic and not as real as we think, but um, there's a lot of good uses for all types of like sunlight energy and stuff like that. So I think it'd be smart, use what's free and available or the cheapest available energy possible to do these things. We're already doing enough and putting enough strain on the grid as it is. So at least they're in the mindset, to not just double down, but they're gonna find new ways to power all these industries. Because I think I agree. I mean, especially if crypto is going to have a lot of AI components to it. I mean, there's a lot of infrastructure lacking, and a lot of that's going to need energy. And I think people forget that when they're like, crypto's going to blow up, or these industries are going to blow up, and next year everybody's going to be doing it. It's like we
It's
barely have enough
already
power.
doing, oh my God, yeah, it's already consuming so much electricity around the world, like, and nobody's
Right.
using this. Could you imagine how much? Does anybody know? Is there like, can somebody ask ChatGPT or Grok or somebody, like, how much electricity does all of cryptocurrency, like all of different blockchains and all together? How much electricity does all of this crypto Web3 shit actually consume on a daily to hourly basis, and see how many people use it on an hourly basis, daily basis, uniquely using it? And then imagine that at 8 billion, 9 billion people, like, or 6 billion, I guess, is like, kind of the average that have like internet access and use socials and all that stuff. Like, it's not, unfortunately, not everybody on earth has access to all this shit that we get to play with. So it's like, a good 2 billion people out there that are fucked, maybe more. Let's see what other articles there are down here, though. Cardano stuff. Here we go. And what's that? Fucking Rare Evo's coming to town. So let's see. Cardano. Boom. Oh shit.
Colorado pastor and wife indicted for $3.4 million.
Oh shit! I forgot. Miggy can't hear. We
Oh,
went
yeah, I can hear it
to.
on the-
Oh, you can hear it? Okay, I was
I
gonna
can
say.
listen on Twitter, yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, the Colorado pastor and wife.
Crypto scam. A Denver, Colorado-based online pastor and his wife were indicted Tuesday on charges related to a cryptocurrency fraud scheme that raised more than $3 million from faith-based investors.
Oh, you going to
Online
hell?
pastor Eli Regalado and his wife, Caitlin, were indicted on 40 counts stemming from what Denver District Attorney John Walsh described as a multi-million-dollar cryptocurrency scam. Between January 2022 and July 2023, the Regalados allegedly solicited nearly $3.4 million
That's a scammy-ass
by
last
encouraging
name.
people in their religious network to buy NDS Coin, a token they created and sold through the Kingdom Wealth Exchange platform. They spent at least $1.3 million on personal expenditures, including a home renovation that they allegedly claimed the Lord told them to do, while only a small amount of the proceeds went to the business venture. According to the indictment, at least 300 people invested in the token, which authorities say maintained zero value, resulting in total losses for all investors. Indictment.
300 people, $3 million?
These charges mark a major step
They know
forward
some
in our work to
fucking
hold the
rich people,
Regalados
bro.
accountable for their alleged crimes, and to bring a measure of justice to the victims, said Walsh in a Tuesday press release, adding, "I want to thank the prosecutors and investigators in my office, and particularly, the investigators with the Colorado Division of Securities, and the Colorado Attorney General's office, whose outstanding work on the case resulted in this indictment." Related, CoinDCX announces white hat recovery bounty after $44 million hack. Pastor claims divine guidance. The
Yeah,
indictment
divine
comes
guidance,
6 months
my
after the
ass.
Colorado-based online pastor and his wife were charged with fraud for their role in issuing and marketing the NDS Coin scam token to their followers, Cointelegraph reported on January 22.
Shame
He
on
alleged
them.
that Mr. Regalado took advantage of the trust and faith of his own Christian community, and that he peddled outlandish promises of wealth to them when he sold them essentially worthless cryptocurrencies, stated Colorado Securities Commissioner Tung Chan at the time, adding, "The complaint alleges that Regalado targeted Christian communities in Denver and claimed that God told him directly that investors would become wealthy if they put money into NDS Coin." Related multi-billion-dollar hodl, Bitcoin whales awaken after 14 years. Cryptocurrency scams are a growing issue for retail investors. In May, an FBI-led investigation led to the arrest of a New Zealand-based man who allegedly stole $265 million worth of digital assets. Source: New
It really
Zealand
pays to
Police.
be a scammer,
Authorities
bro.
say the funds
Right.
were used to buy luxury cars and
Yeah.
designer goods. Magazine. Inside a 30,000 phone bot farm stealing crypto airdrops from real users.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. They're out here getting everybody. You can't even trust the Lord. These, I think, I mean, God set them up. God said you should do this. So, I mean, is God the scammer? Is that what the pastor and his wife are trying to say? It's like, hey, it wasn't me. It's God.
Oh,
he's
man.
he's the scammer. He needed the crypto. You know, it's like.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. But
Not
it's
even
also
God
sad.
can get Bitcoin without our
It
help.
wasn't me.
That's how scarce and rare and hard Bitcoin is to get. He needs
Yep.
the
The
people.
divine willed it and said that to buy index coin.
You can't even trust your own pastor. I mean, we joke about like trying to get churches and stuff into doing this, and that's why it's just accept Bitcoin. Like if you go to your local church and they're interested in getting into crypto in some way, don't buy an ICO. Don't do
Right.
that. Tell them, hey, why don't we just start a Bitcoin reserve? We could sell some cookies for Bitcoin. We could do a discount. Hey pastor, when you marry people, why don't you give them 20% off if they pay you in Bitcoin? And we could start stacking sats for the church, and then not like this. This isn't right, man. And I think this is that like Nigerian prince email shit that eventually will catch on to the mainstream, like the monkeys with the potatoes on the island with the sand and shit, where it's like some of the monkeys wash the sand off the potato and islands away. It's not like they called each other and said, check this out. It's just, mass consciousness. Those monkeys on another island knew to wash those potatoes. Eventually, common knowledge, just like when you hand a 5-year-old an iPad for the first time, they kind of understand how to use it, and you're like really surprised. You're like, whoa, how's my kid understand how to use this technology? It's because it's in their fucking DNA. It's like muscle memory that was genetically passed down into them the same way, dogs know how to hunt. It's instincts. This is instincts. Unfortunately, these are fight or flight, self-preservation, newer instincts that we're imprinting, like how to use an iPad to a 5-year-old. And also, if you see an email that says, hey man, I want to give you $5 million, could you just PayPal me like $5,000 to establish the wire transfer for the taxes and fees? As soon as you do that, bro, I'm just going to send you that $5 million. Did I not mention that I'm like your long lost relative, and like you can trust me because I'm a prince of a place that like is in another country? Like that's such a common thing we all ignore. Nobody, no grandma, no little kid, nobody in between falls for it anymore. It's so common. It's a movie trope at this point. It's a joke. So this will be that as well soon. But until then, you know, a lot of people fell for Furbies and all the other, you know, Beanie Babies or whatever, all the other different things. Yeah, dude, like this is just one of those things. So just don't get scammed, especially by your church. That sucks. That's
They're like
$3 million.
Do your tithing in crypto. Send it to this QR code. Send your tithe here, and then he puts the QR code on the screen.
$3 million out of 300 people. That church was raking it in. Where was that church at, by the way? Beverly Hills?
Where did it say? Colorado.
Colorado. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, Denver.
Yes. Yeah, they got that money out there, that's for sure. When I was out there, man, they got a lot of farmland, man. They got out there growing all the weed and shit.
You can look at that Ton. We can look at that Ton article.
I was just looking at that. You read my mind. And it's a pretty short one, so this is perfect. So yeah, the Ton wallet goes live for Telegram users in US. Yeah, I'm about to hop in on that. Might be able to make me want to use Telegram again.
Ton wallet goes live for Telegram users in US. Telegram has begun rolling out its native cryptocurrency wallet to users in the US, marking a significant expansion of its blockchain-based services. Built on the open network, TON, blockchain, Ton wallet, is the first self-custodial crypto wallet to be integrated
DG, can you
into
fill
a major
this up for
social
me, bro?
platform available to US users,
Thanks.
according to a Tuesday press
I'm
release
just so tucked
shared
in
with
here, I don't want to
Cointelegraph.
squeeze in and out.
Supported by the TI Team Foundation, the wallet allows users to send, receive, and store digital assets directly within the
No
Telegram
shit,
app,
that is
eliminating
true.
the need for
That's true.
external downloads or browser extensions, according to the announcement. With access to Ton Wallet, American users can now interact with the broader TOTN ecosystem, which includes a variety of applications
Thank you
ranging
so
from
much,
gaming
PG.
and payments
Cheers.
to decentralized finance, DeFi, and digital marketplaces. The integration allows users to explore blockchain technology without leaving the Telegram interface, the company said. Ton Wallet enables direct crypto transfers. Ton Wallet allows users to transfer USDT, USDT, Toncoin, TON, and other Ton-based tokens, including non-fungible tokens. Transactions function similarly to sending a regular message, and users maintain full control of their private keys through the wallet's self-custodial design, the company said. Additional features include built-in trading tools via Omniston and Ston.fi, token staking through third-party integrations, and 0% fees on USDT purchases made through Apple Pay, Google Pay, or credit cards using MoonPay. For the first time, Ton Wallet also offers an off-ramp feature that enables users to withdraw crypto funds directly to their bank cards. Igor Danilov, Chief Product Officer at the Open Platform and Telegram Wallet, told Cointelegraph that the wallet acts as the primary gateway to Ton's mini apps. The wallet is pivotal in connecting users with payments, games, and on-chain tools, all within a familiar environment they interact with daily. He also highlighted efforts to safeguard users against scams and phishing. We're soon introducing features such as whitelists, blacklists, transaction emulation, and other advanced fraud detection tools to help users make safer choices before confirming transactions, he said. Beyond its utility as a personal wallet, Ton Wallet is expected to play a larger role in Telegram's in-app economy and support the expansion of mini apps.
Yes.
Related, Ethereum DeFi connects to Ton and Telegram with TAC mainnet launch.
Fuck
The
yeah.
US has always
Dude,
been
I
a key
love
target
Ton.
for the expansion of Ton Wallet. Outside the
that's
US and Europe, Telegram has already added the wallet to its main menu, making it available to users across Asia and Russia. According to the company, Over 100 million users globally activated the wallet in 2024. Sensor Tower data shows that Telegram has more than 87 million users in the US, presenting a substantial growth opportunity for the wallet. Ton Wallet was primarily developed by the Open Platform, a tech company focused on creating Web3 apps for Telegram. On July 3rd, the Open Platform announced its successful $28.5 million Series A funding round,
Respect.
achieving a $1 billion valuation. The
Wow.
round was led by fintech specialist Ribbit Capital, with participation from prominent crypto venture capital firm Pantera Capital. Magazine, New York's Pub Key Bitcoin Bar will orange pill Washington, D.C. next.
Okay, there we go. Yo, Telegram coming to the US like this is awesome. Good for them, but also good for crypto altogether.
That's cool. That's pretty
Eh.
awesome.
The additional features include built-in trading tools via blah 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 and blah blah blah, token staking, blah blah blah, with the 0% fees on USDT purchases made through Apple Pay, Google Pay, and credit cards using MoonPay, dude. That is epic. This is actually awesome because there's so many fucking people that use Telegram that are about to get like the easiest on-ramp into crypto. I mean, it could be cooler, could be Bitcoin, but all the value that Telegram is providing makes sense that they have their own shitcoin. The utility that the token has, the value that it's at, it makes sense to me. Could totally go up in value if they decided to do a significant burn or add any more significant utilities, if the user adoption increases. But yeah, this is perfect for crypto in general. A platform like this opening up to crypto and the mini game stuff, I'm a big fan of don't buy it, earn it. So you just say, hey, go to, Telegram, connect your Ton wallet, play a mini game, earn some Ton, and swap it for Bitcoin.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that, especially because the amount of users that are already using Telegram. I need to get back into it. It's just overwhelming having to carry like 20 conversations on, 20 different things and then have Twitter and Facebook. So Telegram's like the last one I go to.
Oh, and we both got scanned by Discord, didn't we? Like, I'm paying for Discord Premium, and I don't even really use it.
No, I
so
got
have
scammed by
to use it.
Zoom.
Oh,
I paid for
Zoom.
the Zoom. Oh, dude, speaking of scams, I almost got fished this morning.
No way.
Yeah, so on Telegram actually. So there's this person that I had been connected with for events and stuff like that. And so she had messaged me a while back, about reconnecting and had left her Calendly link. And so I was going through my Telegram trying to catch up, with missed messages and old stuff. And so I was like, hey, let's catch up, let's talk, because I wanted to tell her about the club and what was going on and just see what she had going on. So I set up a meeting on the Calendly and this morning, and so I went to the email to get to the link and couldn't find it. So I had messaged her on Telegram. I was like, hey, there's no link there. She's like, okay, sorry, give me a second. Then she started like asking me some weird questions like, hey, what's your role, who you working for, blah blah, which wasn't too weird, but I was like, okay. She said she needed it for something, and then asked me a couple other questions, and then sent me a Zoom link, and I clicked it and my browser flagged it. Luckily it was like suspicious, so I was like, okay, like I'm gonna double check it. So I ran through some like phishing check links and stuff like that, and one of them still said it was suspect. So I told her I was having issues, and then I ended up putting in the number, the meeting number into Zoom. So instead of clicking the link, I went to Zoom, entered the number, and it said I needed a passcode. So I was like, all right, hey, it's telling me I need a passcode. It won't let me in. Something's up with it. She was like, just use the link. I was like, oh, it's not letting me. It won't let me use it without the passcode. And they're like, oh, you need to open up this SDK file and do this thing with Zoom. So
Oh,
I'll
wow.
be able to do it. And I was
Wow,
like, no.
bro,
I was
they
like,
were
okay.
trying to social engineer
I was
you,
like, no. I was
bro.
like, it's not really gonna work. It's like, I need to try this. He's like, oh, have you tried it yet? And I was like, no. It's my nephew's computer, so it's not working. So I was like, let's do a Google Meet link. And they're like, if you do it, it'll work. So I created a Google Meet link, sent it to them. I was like, here, just jump on. And then they're like, you didn't try it, blah blah, whatever. And then they just ended up disappearing.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Hey,
Dude.
Charlie, how good is it, bro?
Then I
Bro, the
found the real
positive cat.
person that I was talking, who I thought I was talking to. And yeah, first thing on her account was that her old app was hacked.
Oh,
And I
damn.
was like, fuck. I was like, I just almost got fished by you this morning.
Hard, too.
Yes, sir. I would have been screwed because my wallet is on my nephew's computer, and it would have been very inconvenient. Protect yourselves,
Damn.
guys. If it doesn't look right, don't do it.
That's true. Telegram is pretty big on phishing, clicky, scammy stuff. So be careful. And the U.S. getting the wallet now is probably going to be more prominent. So I guess keep your eye out for those articles because they'll be popping up. And Pravi mentioned earlier, this is, when we're talking about the pastor and his wife scamming $3 million out of 300 people for an ICO from the church. It's not it's not like the first time a pastor has been known or the church has been known to scam money out of people. Definitely, bad people definitely use good means to do evil things. So, yes, just because it's, it looks like a sheep doesn't mean it isn't a wolf under there somewhere.
Right. Man. But yeah, excited for Tondo. I would try it out. Why not? That'll be my burner wallet.
Let's see, what else could we jump into real quick?
I lost it.
Nah, I'm good. That's boring. Oh, here we go. Goldman Sachs, BNY, to offer tokenized money market funds for clients. Interesting. That's just what I'm talking about. We get more shit like this. Number go up.
Goldman Sachs, BNY Mellon to offer tokenized money market funds
Let's
for
play
clients.
the audio.
Wall Street giants Goldman Sachs and BNY Mellon are preparing to offer institutional investors access to tokenized money market funds, which could unlock real-time settlement, 24/7 market access, and more efficiencies across capital markets. Clients of BNY Mellon, the world's largest custodian bank, will soon be able to invest in money market funds whose ownership is recorded directly on Goldman Sachs' private blockchain, according to a Wednesday press release. As the financial system transitions toward a more digital, real-time architecture, BNY is committed to enabling scalable and secure solutions that shape the future of finance, said Lade Mejiakbi, Global Head of Liquidity, Financing and Collateral at BNY Mellon. The initiative includes participation from industry heavyweights such as BlackRock, Fidelity Investments, and Federated Hermes, along with the asset management arms of Goldman and BNY, per the release. Money Market Fund Tokens. Source: Copper.co. Related: what is Spool and how does it make U.S. Treasuries work like crypto? Ban on interest-bearing stables to spur growth in tokenized funds. The development comes on the heels of the newly signed Genius Act, which establishes a regulatory framework for stablecoins in the U.S. The bill, passed last week with more than 300 House votes, bans interest-bearing stablecoins. In contrast, tokenized money market funds offer yield, giving hedge funds, pensions, and corporations a new tool to manage idle cash with minimal volatility. In a report last month, Moody's revealed that tokenized short-term funds have grown to $5.7 billion in assets since 2021, amid growing interest from traditional asset managers, insurers, and brokerages looking to offer clients access between fiat and digital markets. Typically backed by U.S. Treasuries or other low-risk instruments, these funds function like traditional money market funds, but leverage blockchain to issue fractional shares and enable real-time settlement. Related: Centrifuge brings S&P 500 on-chain and tokenized fund launch. Race to bring capital markets on blockchain is on. Earlier this month, Robinhood CEO Vlad Tenev detailed plans for Robinhood Chain, an Ethereum-compatible Layer 2 on Arbitrum Orbit. The blockchain will let users trade tokenized derivatives of stocks directly on the blockchain, moving asset trading outside traditional exchange hours. In a July 4th report, Galaxy Digital said Robinhood's tokenization move removes assets from traditional market channels and brings them on-chain, directly challenging the concentrated liquidity and activity that give major TradFi exchanges like the NYSE their edge. This directly challenges the deep concentration of liquidity and activity that gives major TradFi exchanges, for example, NYSE, their competitive advantage, Galaxy Digital wrote. Magazine: will Robinhood's tokenized stocks really take over the world? Pros and cons.
This is different. I wonder if it's gonna be like how centralized it's gonna be. If they're gonna be using blockchain for all this, like how centralized? Because are they gonna be able to stop this from like getting into non KYC hands? Or is this so centralized and whitelisted only type shit that even though it's on chain, it's still KYC, still centralized and all that.
Yeah, because they can still token gate it and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, here's
I'm just
detailed
curious
plans.
how token gated because I would like to see people try to like, fuck with the system a little bit. But this is interesting, man. I'm really, yeah,
They're gonna build their own blockchain, but on Arbitrum. Yeah, that'd be. I mean, I think it'll be very token gated and very centralized. I would imagine so.
Yeah, well, of course they want the markets to be 24/7. You know how mad they are when Robinhood and shit, they're just like, oh, all right, everybody go home. It's the weekend, and they just go to like Binance, Poloniex, Gemini, whatever, Coinbase. All these cryptos they're trading. They were like, we could just do this with their tech. They built the foundation. And they're like, yeah, cool, free infrastructure. Let's just use it. That's how Wall Street's looking at us.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've always been a firm believer that everybody should get at least a chance to participate because I think, as time goes by, people are going to realize that, the more options are going to be available because, I mean, anybody can create a blockchain in a sense and a token and NFTs and stuff like that and, use it for however they want as in a sense. So I think more options will come through and kind of like, what we saw with the bank stuff is they're playing along because they're gonna phase out, and if they don't participate, they're gonna disappear at some point. So they're trying to become one of those options. They may not be the best used options, but as long as they're playing by the blockchain rules, I guess, and not harming the community, then it's like why not? I guess unless they start using like private chains, then we might be screwed.
Oh yeah, I mean it would be interesting if we, we can audit all this stuff and how
Right.
Robinhood's chain,
Exactly.
how auditable and transparent all of it will be. That's going to be interesting because then you could really use that to build up these like feed that data to an AI, and then you could trade with some of the best traders in real time almost. You know what I mean? Connect that AI to a API of an account that you have trading, and there you go. Robinhood Chain AI bot helps you trade with the best of them in real time type shit.
Oh yeah, somebody start working on that.
Oh, they didn't mention RWAs, but I'm positive Robinhood's gonna want to do that with their chain. I mean, that's probably just like the next announcement, but it makes
If you
no
click,
sense that it wasn't
If you
mentioned
click
here
on
in the same
detailed
breath.
plans, that article talks about them doing RWAs and stuff.
Oh, it does?
Yeah,
Detailed
they're
plans?
trying
Where the
to
hell? There you
create.
go.
They're trying to create like a standard or something.
There you go.
Yeah, so they're
All
trying
right.
to set that.
Well, let's check it out. 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Robinhood launches Layer 2 blockchain for stock trading in Europe. Robinhood's push into real-world assets, RWAs, is gaining momentum, with the digital brokerage launching a tokenization-focused Layer 2 blockchain and introducing stock token trading for users in the European Union. Built on Arbitrum, the new Layer 2 network will enable the issuance of over 200 U.S. stock and exchange-traded fund (ETF) tokens, giving European investors access to U.S. assets, Robinhood announced on Monday. Robinhood stock tokens will have zero commissions and be available for trading 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Source: Robinhood. The company also announced the launch of perpetual futures in the EU, giving eligible traders access to derivatives with up to 3 times leverage. These trades will be routed through Bitstamp, the crypto exchange Robinhood recently acquired for $200 million.
Oh shit.
Robinhood
Nice.
isn't the
Bitstamp,
first
200
exchange to
million.
offer tokenized shares to European investors. As Cointelegraph reported, Gemini has already begun offering a tokenized version of Strategy, MSTR, stock, giving investors exposure to the Bitcoin-focused company. Related, crypto cards outpace banks in micro-spending in
another one
Europe,
too.
report.
Yep, I'm sure they do.
Robinhood's crypto push intensifies. Robinhood unveiled its new tokenization initiative days after launching micro-futures contracts for Bitcoin, BTC, XRP, XRP, and Solana, SOL, allowing traders to access derivatives markets with significantly lower capital requirements. In May, the exchange acquired Canadian crypto operator WonderFi in a $179 million deal. The company has also been advocating for sensible
Damn.
tokenization
I liked
legislation in the
WonderFi a
United
lot
States,
too.
having submitted a proposal to the Securities and Exchange Commission to establish a national framework for RWAs. Robinhood's proposal includes plans to launch the Real World Asset Exchange, a platform designed for off-chain trading with on-chain settlement. The RWA market has grown significantly over the past year, eclipsing $24 billion as of June, according to a recent Redstone report. However, much of its growth has been driven by private credit and U.S. Treasury debt, with tokenized stocks accounting for less than $400 million. The total value of tokenized real-world assets, excluding stablecoins, source, RWA, XYZ. Related, crypto VC deals hit 2025 low despite $909 million raised in May.
Hey, bro, I see you from LinkedIn. That's awesome. LinkedIn chat. That's great.
Yeah, I'm on
How
Twitch,
goes it?
LinkedIn, YouTube. Oh, there's somebody from LinkedIn?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's
nice.
awesome. That's what I said,
Where's it,
badass.
Hey, yo,
Co,
what up?
it's Co, bro.
Yeah, I just saw the last. What up? Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn, Twitch, and something else.
So yeah,
What's up?
Robinhood definitely getting RWAs. Makes total fucking sense. Called it,
Yeah.
knew it.
And it's cool because
getting
what
a
we saw
phone call.
before about Stellar, they have already established a lot of things with RWAs over the last decade. So I think they'll have already developed a lot of framework necessary for stuff like this, because they're going to be cheap and fast. So that's cool though. Robinhood finally stepping it up and not just being some illegitimate, trading app that is a bunch of bullshit. But I like that. I think, like I said, everybody gets a chance on the blockchain stuff because, it creates a level of transparency that I don't know if they themselves really understand. Or maybe they do and they're just like, hey, for F it, like if we don't join this new wave, again, we'll be irrelevant and then it will be completely out of business and have no money. So it's like some money is better than no money. They can't get greedy and screw us over, I guess, as much, but we'll see. I guess they could, who knows? Watch them launch don't they have a meme coin? They launched their hood coin or something, their hood token. So we'll see. But it doesn't take much for a community to turn their back on a project, that's doing stuff on chain. So I think it'll, be best for a lot of these projects to try to do it the right way and get a lot of support, because if not, there's always going to be another option for sure.
Yeah.
I want an RWA.
Yeah, I wonder what I would jump. What would make me like? I know there was shitty versions of RWAs. Remember when Logan Paul tried to tokenize that Pokemon card he wears around his neck or some shit?
Yeah,
I think he
didn't
tokenized
did
it
Did
to.
you sell it?
I don't fucking know, dude. It's so stupid. But I think that was the first time people were trying to do tokenized RWAs and have shared equity in something that's physical.
Right. Oh, shoot. I keep forgetting I can see that. Oh, Gaston's on there. What's up, bro? Oh, is he streaming too from the site? It says paired.
Yeah, I saw Gaston. Yo, you get a Prince Albert, bro. Why you being so scared? I already got one and I gauged it. It's a size 0, 00. 2? No, 2? 2. I'm going to a 00 next, so do you, bro. Check this project out, Co
Mama
said.
K, yes.
Alright.
Oh, I know. That's not the Co you're thinking of. Yo, what's up, man? Long time no see. Long time no chat. This dude's got the Asia market on lockdown, doing a lot of big stuff out there. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out, man. Let's chat sometime for sure. Ken Bozak has got a lot of cool stuff going on, and
Get him the link to come on the podcast. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jinx.
Love to get you on the podcast and we'll talk about some stuff. And yeah, thanks for jumping in the chat, man. Cool.
There's another link here. Yeah, me too. Actually, reminded me I should be doing that. So I have to pay Restream to add more channels. So remind me to do that shit after this live stream, bro.
For sure.
VG, also remind me to add Restream upgrade. I need to
WhatsApp.
I need to upgrade Restream.
Upgrade, okay.
Yeah, just remind me. Thank you, VG. There's one last article we could cover here before we go called Boom in RWA Tokenization Except After Passing Expected After Passing. Sorry, I almost like stroked out there. The Genius Act. Let's check it out. More RWA talk. And I think this right here, RWAs, is that, I mean, look at all the views these articles get, man. 10,000 views. All right, let's give this a listen and then we can shoot the shit on it. But I really feel like if AI and RWAs, if your finger's not on that pulse, man, you're going to miss some shit because this is where NFTs come into play. Everyone's like, oh, NFT. Yeah, RWAs are going to be using NFTs, I promise you. Okay, in some form, fashion, or another, if you got an RWA, which is a real-world asset that say is a hotel complex or an apartment building, well, that RWA is going to have some tokenized assets within its asset class, right? And it's going to have rooms for rent. So NFTs within that RWA, it just makes sense. But anyway, let's give this a listen. It's going to be talking about legislation, the Genius Act, and shit. The government wants to try to tell us what to do.
Boom in RWA tokenization expected after passing of Genius Act, Aptos exec. Real-world asset, RWA, tokenization, is rapidly emerging as one of Wall Street's most promising innovations, and with the recent passage of pro-industry legislation, particularly the U.S. Genius Act, growth in the sector is poised to accelerate, according to Aptos Labs' newly appointed Chief Business Officer, Solomon Tesfaye. In a conversation with Cointelegraph ahead of the landmark passage of the Guiding and Establishing National Innovation for U.S. Stablecoins, Genius Act, Tesfaye emphasized the legislation's appeal to institutional players, increasingly signaling intent to enter the crypto space. We're seeing more open dialogue between policymakers and Web3 leaders that is shaping legislation and giving institutions more confidence to commit to longer digital asset roadmaps, Tesfaye said. More specifically, the Genius Act is one of the strongest signals that Congress is ready to support responsible blockchain innovation. Following some political holdouts during the Republicans' Crypto Week, the U.S. House of Representatives passed the Genius Act, along with two other crypto-related bills, last Thursday. The legislation, which establishes a regulatory framework for the $260 billion stablecoin market, was signed into law by U.S. President Donald Trump on Friday. An excerpt from U.S. President Donald Trump's fact sheet on the Genius Act, released July 18. Source: White House. While stablecoins are often excluded from RWA industry metrics, many are backed by government bonds and other tangible assets, effectively classifying them as RWAs. Stablecoins are also widely regarded as a key on-ramp for tokenization's future growth, offering predictability, lower transaction costs, greater liquidity, and a bridge between traditional finance and decentralized finance, DeFi. The total value of stablecoins has increased by nearly $3 billion over the past 7 days, reaching over $261 billion. Source: DeFi Llama. According to Tesfaye, a favorable regulatory environment in the U.S. will be a major catalyst for the continued evolution and adoption of tokenized assets. Related, Genius Act blocks big tech, banks from dominating stablecoins, Circle exec. RWA growth beyond private credit, U.S. Treasury debt. To date, much of the growth in tokenized assets has been concentrated in private credit and U.S. Treasury debt, according to a recent report co-authored by Redstone, Gauntlet, and RWA. XYZ, private credit made up nearly 60% of the RWA market as of June, with tokenized U.S. Treasuries comprising the second largest segment at approximately 28%. Total RWA value by category. Source: RWA. XYZ. The initial adoption of tokenization has been centered on bringing legacy financial assets onto modern digital rails, and treasuries and private credit are perfect starting points. On-chain, they settle faster, trade easier, and can easily be fractionalized, said Tesfaye, adding, "Looking ahead, it's not hard to imagine a future where RWAs expand into more complex asset classes like derivatives, IP, or esoteric asset classes. As the financial infrastructure matures, it won't just be about access or efficiency. It will be centered on unlocking entirely new financial products and global participation." Aptos is emerging as hub for RWA activity. As Cointelegraph recently reported, the value of tokenized RWAs on the Aptos blockchain eclipsed $540 million in late June, led by issuers such as Berkeley Square of the Pact Consortium and BlackRock's Buidl, which expanded to Aptos less than a year ago. Related, experts say just a starting point as crypto week ends on a high note.
I like how everything wants to use the hodl typo, spendle, buildle. Yeah, RWAs are taking over. It's great to see it. I knew it. I know it. It's inevitable. That's what everybody's going to be wanting to make sure.
Yeah, it makes the most sense. I mean, I know people want to associate Bitcoin with money per, Satoshi's vision with Bitcoin, but, blockchain itself, I think, was built for a different purpose. And, honestly, for me, the exposure of, exposing money is like it's not being real. That to me says a lot. And Bitcoin, I think crypto does that. And it shows things like, I think it'll show things like RWAs, like real things that we have, tangible assets that have value, commodities, things like oil, water, resources, stuff that we really need and use to live and, function. Those things those could be tokenized and put on the blockchain just like these. And that has a lot of value because that is, I think where money gets its main value from is those things. And we could really fuck with the whole money system if we actually put, stuff like that matters on chain. And just Bitcoin just shows how fake it is anyways. So
yeah, well, their confidence in all of this is due to stable coins and shit. The Genius Act allowing all these banks and traditional financial infrastructure to really get into the Web3 blockchain space with these stable coins as a way to play with it. That I think is going to give them that peace of mind. Right. There might be some different tax exemptions. What the heck was I made up a whole word. Tax exemptions for them using stable coins over maybe platforms and marketplaces doing these RWAs, not so much focused on stable coins, right? So
yeah.
This is it. Traditional finances is coming into DeFi, and it's gonna get weird. All these boomers have no clue what's happening. It's not like the old Wall Street where people were yelling and throwing up gang signs. Right. I remember watching a video. They were like gang signing and fucking gibberish and shit, like straight up alien languages. Yeah, exactly. It's a little different now, man. It's troll boxes and chat rooms.
Now your kid's gonna be investing on RWAs for you. Like, hey man, jump in my wallet and buy that token.
Seriously, oh, you want a PlayStation for Christmas? You better help Daddy make 10% this year.
Right. Hey, look at these tokens and tell me.
What's the chat saying?
That's so good. Oh man.
Yeah. So I guess we could wrap it up here. Get ready for RWAs, everybody. Robinhood's probably going to be the spot to go. Coinbase is probably going to be the spot to go eventually. But Robinhood looks like they're doing a lot. They were gobbling up some shit, getting themselves ready for the future. Coinbase and Robinhood are probably going to be like two really good places to be situated for yourself if you want to diversify everything up. And as we've seen here, everything's going crypto. Nothing you can do to stop it. Buy Bitcoin, hold it. Don't get distracted by the shitcoin in the red dress. What do you want to tell them, Miggy? Let's wrap her up.
Oh man. First off, thanks for watching and everybody in the chat for participating. Make sure you leave some more comments, share the pages. And also, if you're new into the crypto world, don't be scared. Just hop in. The water's warm. There's no sharks right now. Just get involved, stay involved, and eventually you'll benefit. So it's a big Bitcoin world, and it's only going to get bigger from here on out. So, oh yeah, follow on Twitter, Mickey Crypto X on X.
Don't follow him on Twitter. How about that? Block him, mute him, cancel Mickey Crypto X, cancel Mickey Crypto X.
Right.
All right, everybody, have a day.
Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Ken Bozak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Ken Bozak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Ken bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Ken Bozak.